Hello everyone, this is Fi. I'm going to check out Project Rushdown. This is a game I've not played before. We're going to give it a playtest and see if we can give some useful feedback. I've got the game page open here. It says Project Rushdown aims to be a fast-paced, tight action platformer. As it is still very early in development, this first prototype's purpose is to gather feedback on the core mechanics, level design, and game pacing so that they can be improved as development moves forward. Disclaimer, the music featured in this prototype is not mine. It is from the 1991 game Shatterhand. It's being used solely as placeholder. All credit goes to Natsume. It's got the controls listed here. I'm not going to read them all out loud. I do want to mention that I do have an Xbox 360 controller, which I'm going to be using this playtest. It says, please note that menu controls are interchangeable, but player controls are not at this time. You can select your desired control configuration from the settings menu. What does that mean? Okay, so I'm assuming that means that if you change the controls in the game, that it only changes the menu controls, but the gameplay controls aren't affected, something like that. But let's go ahead and jump into the game. I'll get rid of the overlay here. I did bop into the settings menu briefly, but apart from that, I haven't seen anything past the menu here that you're seeing. So I did notice the left thumbstick on the gamepad isn't implemented, at least not in the menu, so I have to use the D-pad. I did notice that the button to select is apparently the X button on the Xbox controller, which is a little strange to me. I would kind of expect the A button, maybe the B button for back, that kind of thing, but we've got the X button for some reason. I can go into the settings menu here. I set it to full screen. I did notice that we are doing exclusive full screen here, which I personally appreciate. That's what I prefer. That being said, we are missing a couple things which might be important. This being sort of a pixel art game, maybe. I mean, I think it's always good to have a VSync option, but maybe I don't think most people would want to disable VSync for this particular type of game, but it might be nice to have the option. But the other thing I wanted to mention was an option for the borderless windowed mode for full screen. It's always good to have. But I do prefer the exclusive full screen mode that we have right here, so I don't mind. And it has the controls here. Okay, so alright. Keyboard A, B, gamepad. Interesting. I don't really know, again, what it meant in terms of changing this exactly, but I'm just going to leave it on gamepad, I think. Alright, so top button, shuriken, slide, jump, attack. Seems reasonable. Looks like the left and right triggers and bumpers aren't being used. The D-pad for move and aim. Alright, so it'd probably be nice to have thumbstick implemented. Maybe it's just not been done yet, which is understandable. Even if you think this sort of game shouldn't be played with a thumbstick, in my opinion, it's good to have it anyways. As an example, I actually prefer using a thumbstick for like Mega Man games, which someone might say that's blasphemous or something, but I played through all the Mega Man X games with a GameCube controller. I thought it was great. You don't get any thumb blisters or anything. In any case, looks like we have a tutorial. Let's try that. Alright, so now we can move for the first time. Alright, so it looks like we have some inertia on the movement. So that's going to be significant, I think. See if I have any opinions about that as we get into the game. X or squares to attack. Alright, that's cool. Looks like you can just do that continually. I assume they're all basically the same. There's one like slightly different arc there. I don't know if that matters. Looks like we can't duck. Alright, that guy just died instantly. That's kind of cool. This is a... Oh, okay. That was unexpected, but alright. There's our slide, which we don't need momentum or anything to do that. Alright, so it looks like trying to get an idea of like how the horizontal air control compares to the ground horizontal movement. I guess it's approximately the same, or maybe it is the same. It's hard for me to determine, really. It's a little unexpected, but I guess it doesn't feel bad. I'm getting ahead of myself here, I guess, not following the tutorial, but slide to avoid some attacks. Okay. So the slide always lasts the same amount of time, even if you only tap the button briefly. Okay, well I actually itched my nose there briefly before, like the instant before the dog jumped at me. So in this case, yeah, so... Oh, you can actually die in the tutorial. I wasn't thinking about that. Alright, okay, so in the top left we have a little meter. It's very small in my opinion, not very visible. Maybe it might be nice to make that like super chunky. So I don't have to like look directly at the corner of the screen to see what that meter says. The other thing is that this dog thing, don't know if he's going to show up in the actual game or anything, but he doesn't really telegraph his attack much, so he just kind of like instantly launches at you without warning. So he does have a little... Yeah, okay, so if I'm really close to him, he might not... He does have that little teeny tiny flash. It's not very much in my opinion. I would want to emphasize that more, maybe make it take a bit longer. But sometimes, like even if you're just like really close to him, he doesn't even do that much. So, oh, okay. Oh, so you can double press it. So that's a silly thing. All right, it feels very strange to like suddenly get stuck here. The developer apparently was aware of that and implemented the ability to press the button again. But it might be worth just, if that happens, just let the slide continue a bit longer until you get back into where you can get up again. I think that would be less confusing. Alright, so knowing what this guy's going to do, it's pretty easy to predict his movement. Alright, so you jump off the wall very quickly for a short moment. The horizontal movement's very quick. Y is throw shuriken, up, down, aim diagonally. So I have to pick this up first. Wow. That guy shot at me right when I picked that up. Oh, that's fun. Are these limited? Okay, it looks like the top left we have... Looks like we have 4 gray bars left, so I'm going to assume that's the shurikens. Yeah. Alright, so the shurikens feel good. I kind of wish they weren't so limited in the ammunition or whatever you want to call it. Oh, that was weird. Okay, for some reason, once you get to this bottom part of the wall, you stop sliding and you can't jump anymore, eh? It's actually really easy to press jump too late. You could probably hear my button presses to the microphone, but it's kind of annoying in my opinion. I don't know why the developer decided to make the sliding just stop that early. I think it should slide... Well, I don't see why it wouldn't slide until you're completely on the ground. Should be very Mega Man-esque. Make more sense in my opinion. What is... Oh, okay. Left, right on striped surfaces to wall run. That's kind of cool. This means you have to keep moving, I assume. You can jump off. But can you change direction? No. Alright, interesting. What if you do this? Oh, that works. Alright, so... You can do this kind of thing. Oh. Until you run out of space. But that's very cool. I don't think I've seen something like that in a game like this before. Alright, I guess we're gonna try it for real then. Alright. Hopefully the music's not too loud. I actually have no idea. Let me see if I can get an idea how loud that is. Oh yeah, that's pretty loud. Okay, let's drag that right down. Hopefully this is better for you guys. Oof. Very loud, okay. So yeah, I would definitely drop the music down quite a bit. Oops. Let me get back into the game here. it's always a good idea to open up some other games you have installed or whatever. To what's going on here? Wait a minute. Oh, we're not in an exclusive full screen anymore? What happened? Now it's in borderless window mode? How does that work? Now it seems to be. Wait. I think. Maybe it's not. I don't even know. Maybe I was wrong in the first place. You can usually tell by alt-tabbing like how the window acts, like how long it takes and everything if it's in exclusive full screen, but maybe I was wrong about that. But right now it looks pretty smooth, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, just to, you know, just open up some other games and check out like the relative volume level there. So these guys seem pretty predictable. I don't know if they even like attack. Alright, so the wall jumping, okay. There's some weirdness in terms of like when it actually is in the sliding state so you can jump on the wall. So this I would expect, like as I'm holding left the whole time, so I would kind of expect that it would just pretty much the whole time while I'm jumping would be doing the slide against the wall, but for some reason there's just like a really brief period of time, like right towards, can you see my mouth? Yeah, like right around here somewhere. Oh, the music faded out. That's weird. But right around here somewhere where it's actually active, and for some reason the rest of the wall, or the rest of the time I'm against the wall, it's not doing that. So it's really not quite what I expect. Like it's actually really hard to wall jump off of this. Unless I go like this. This works better for some reason than if I do this. It's weird. Okay, so the other thing is that you get quite a bit of velocity when you wall jump like this, and of course there's this period of time before you get your horizontal control back. If I just hold to the right, I go pretty far before I can start moving to the right again. In my opinion, it feels like a little too much. I understand that, you know, I played all the Mega Man X games, and I really like this kind of mechanic, but this feels like it's a little much, like it's a little bit out of control maybe. So I would consider maybe toning back the horizontal speed of that a smidge, maybe toning back the amount of time before you regain horizontal control a smidge, that kind of thing. Maybe just, you know, that's my immediate I don't know, just feeling about it, but it's not by any means bad or anything. It just feels a little, I don't know, it's almost kind of unexpected just how fast you move all of a sudden, but I'm talking in really subtle things. I wouldn't tone it down too much. So we can do that, and then I guess I just smack him. The guy's not looking at me. I guess I can, oh, so that's another thing. Okay, so I'm really used to, of course, I'm really used to the Mega Man X controls, so once we start doing something kind of like Mega Man X, it feels pretty weird to me when the controls kind of deviate from how that game feels. So for example, I kind of like expect to be able to just run at this wall and kind of jump up and get on top of it, but it kind of jumps away from it. Like it doesn't work to climb the wall. And I can completely understand if you don't want, for whatever reason, the player to be able to climb walls like you can in Mega Man, but it just feels so weird to me because that just feels so good, you know, in the Mega Man games to be able to do that. It's like everything feels right. So like when I play a game like this that deviates from that, it's like it doesn't feel right to me. So, you know, I think that would be fun to be able to do that, just because it feels really good in my opinion to climb up walls and everything like this. But if you really don't want to for some reason, then I suppose that's up to you. See, I don't know how to approach this guy. The slide. All right, so the slide was, what's the word? Well, it was shown to us as a thing that you could use to dodge. It said dodge certain attacks, but it gave us an enemy that jumps over us. So it would kind of make intuitive sense that you would try to use it to go under an enemy, but I don't know if it has other uses for enemies that don't jump like that. Oh, that guy shoots pretty quickly. Oh my gosh. Oh, it takes more than one, okay. Alright, pretty tight timing there. It's a very early enemy. But jumping and avoiding those shots at the same time, it's doable, but it's pretty tricky. Alright, this is... I don't like the whole putting... Alright, that's weird. Why did I... Alright, yeah, see, the character's falling off the wall sooner than I expected here. Anyways, yeah, I don't care for the idea of like dropping down between like the two enemies that are waiting for you that just dive at you from both directions at the same time thing. I don't really care for that personally. Alright, that guy's just waiting for me. Oof. Oh, I actually died. Alright. Haven't really gotten a sense of where the collision boxes are here. Alright, it's hard to tell because everything's kind of quite fast, but I'm feeling like the collision on my character is quite big compared to the sprite. And this is something that, especially in like a single player game and an action game like this, you generally want it to be nice and small compared to the sprite. So for example, like it could be like, you know, something like this, you know, like kind of inside the sprite, not you don't want it to like be out here because then you get like these corners that aren't even represented visually, and if something touches that, it doesn't feel like it actually touches your character. So generally you want it kind of nice and inside, not too big, a little bit forgiving, not to make the game easier, but just to make it feel more like if you do get hit by something, it definitely like really hit the middle of you, you know, not just like brushing against some corner of a pixel somewhere, or even worse, like not actually touching any pixels and still registering as a collision. Again, I'm not sure, but it sort of started to feel like it's just kind of barely, like not quite hitting me as what would be the word? As solidly, I guess, as I would expect it in order to register as a hit there. So yeah, this is... Oof, yeah, that's really tricky. The timing required here is very precise, especially for something that's supposed to be like a very, like the first level you play kind of thing, you know? Does this... Alright, that just hurts you? Okay. It'd be nice if that worked as like an attack or something. Alright. Especially if you're kind of using it to dodge, maybe it would be nice if like you missed a dodge, but it like ran into the enemy and kind of worked as a kick or something. Be a little more forgiving in that sense. This guy's pretty predictable. Oof, he doesn't give you a lot of downtime there to go and attack him. That's not the right button. Alright, I'm gonna jump down here. Oh, I was trying to land on the corner here. Oof, I don't know why I should have jumped again. Alright. Alright, see, I don't really understand. I mean, I guess, okay. So if I know what's there, I can... Wow, okay. So that was weird. I pressed the button. Ooh, okay. Yeah, okay, so you can jump and apparently when you press attack there's like a few frames before the attack actually comes out. And if you hit the ground during those frames, if you try to attack in the air, it just cancels the attack. So I'm hitting the attack button every time I jump here and it's not coming out. So that's probably bad, because it just kind of eats your input. So that would probably be something to address. Oh! Wait, he dies in one hit, right? Because I totally smacked him with that. But it didn't register, I guess. So that was weird. Oh my gosh, yeah, he doesn't give you enough time, I don't think. Like, maybe if you space it perfectly, but it seems unreasonable. Ooh, oh crap. I got stuck to the wall and couldn't fall fast enough. This guy's really punishing. if you can... Oh, you can't throw shurikens while you're sliding. That's unfortunate. Okay, I just wasted one. But yeah, you should totally add being able to throw shurikens while you're sliding against the walls, because that would be a great thing. So, okay. The only reasonable way through this seems to be to jump down and then immediately slide onto the dog to the right. But this kind of requires a lot of thinking. I mean, not like a lot of thinking, but more than I think is reasonable within like a very brief moment. So kind of requires a little bit of premeditation. I don't necessarily feel like that's very good design, because it's like very likely you're gonna get hit down here unless you know exactly what to do, kind of thing. So oh my gosh, that guy really runs at you. He doesn't give you much room. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, I guess the dog jumped over the collision, my mostly horizontal attack. That was a little annoying in my opinion. Maybe it would be worth making that a little bit more vertical or something to prevent that kind of thing. Okay, so again, yeah, it really feels like that should hit the dog, but apparently the dog is just jumping over the collider. Maybe just make, even if you don't make the visual any different, you could make the collider a little more forgiving perhaps for the attack. So I kind of want to go in here. Oh, that missed for some reason. My gosh, that guy's really hard to hit and avoid. Oh shoot, it happened again. That is not the right button. I don't know why. I don't know why I pressed that one. Forgot for a moment how to do that. I gotta get more used to the controls. Trying to do it without getting hurt, that's very, very hard. I don't even know. I don't know if I've actually done it once before, so if I haven't, then I don't know if it's actually possible. But I think it is. So this is interesting. I'm doing a wall slide by jumping when I'm like right up against this wall, but I'm not actually pressing direction towards the wall. So that's another way that this differs from the Mega Man X games, for example, which in my opinion doesn't seem like a very good idea. I mean, it's not the worst thing, but if you don't want to do this, then I guess you should have the option not to, which means if I'm not pressing the direction towards the wall here, I would think that it shouldn't be going into the wall slide state here. It's a little annoying in my opinion that this enemy can shoot, like he does a round of 3, but he can do a partial, so it makes the rest of his shots kind of weird and unpredictable, I guess. Oof. Yeah, it's annoying to deal with. I don't know what he's gonna do. Oh my gosh. So the timing of this guy is all over the place, so it's hard for me to to adjust my own timing to make sense of this, you know? Because it doesn't like fully reset. It's always like at a different period within its cycle of shooting. Oof. Anyways, that was... Again, I pressed the wrong button here. That doesn't work. Feels like it should. Did that really... No, he totally flashed. I saw him flash. So he should have died, I think. Maybe there's some kind of a bug here. Alright, I'm like super dead. Oh, okay, so that is possible. That's good. Alright. Alright, there we go. Ah, I haven't internalized these controls enough. Oh, nope. I don't know how to, Oh, come on! No, I don't like how they start and stop their shooting cycle. I think it should be consistent. I'm gonna do that every single time. Alright, so it's good that... See, I didn't think about like smacking him twice quickly before. I should have just done that, I guess. Whoop. Okay, we're out of shurikens. Let me itch my face here. Okay. Alright, open area. Can I jump over him? I guess that's intelligent. Okay. Well, we survived the first area, finally. What's going on with the parallax here? And why can't I jump up here? I have to do it this way. Yeah, the parallax doesn't... Oh, that guy's still trying to kill me here. Parallax doesn't seem quite normal here. Like, the background shouldn't move more than the foreground. Again. Alright, so... kind of placeholdery looking graphics. In my opinion, that's a little tricky. The actual ground that we're interacting with doesn't stand out enough, but I'm assuming that the graphics for that are going to change. It's really weird that I can't jump up here because it feels like I should be able to. Or at the very least to like slide against this like you would in a Mega Man game. Oh, crap. No. Alright. Feels pretty good to be able to slide under that. Unfortunately, the first time I wasn't able to successfully. That was weird. Okay, see, I don't want to deal with this. I don't know what the approach to that was supposed to be. This guy is large. Okay. Alright, so I jumped up here and died instantly with no warning. So yeah, that didn't feel very good. He didn't really give any kind of warning as to what was going to happen. No telegraphing or anything. This dog is never going to die when he's supposed to here. Oh, crap. I wasn't able to respond to this in time. So again, like with this, even with this shooty thing, you should probably telegraph what it's going to do a little bit, just even briefly, just have, you know, some little flash or something so that I have just a short moment to react, just to, you know, get my wits about me here. Oops, mistimed the button press there. Alright, what do I do here? Just jump down and jump over this guy? Oh, I can't jump over him, okay. So I hit my head on this. So yeah, this is kind of a weird, I don't know what the idea is right here, what the intended way through those guys is. So what do I do with this guy? Just run forward? Oh, okay. See, I don't know what he's gonna do, so I can't really I can't really make an intelligent decision about this. I'm just gonna keep doing that just because it's very counterintuitive not to. Oof, I don't know why it's doing that here. Can I just jump? Nope. Oof. Alright, 2 hits. Alright, that goes further than I expected. Alright. Oh, okay, that's a big thing. Alright, so yeah. Yeah, without knowing like what this guy's attacks do, I don't have much of a chance against him because he's just going to hit me with things that I can't avoid. It'd be nice if I had like the option at least to jump over this, but I don't have the headroom. Yeah, so again, it's a little weird in terms of like when all of a sudden I can't do the wall jump anymore. Being kind of inconsistent here. So So I think if I drop in front of the guy that's closest to me, then run forward, I can create enough space where I can kill the next guy by attack fast enough. I think it'll work. Aha! Intelligence. Alright. So that's like way more brain power than I think is necessary for this kind of game. But it does work. Alright, so run forward, smack him, dash under the thing. He's gonna do a big... I can't duck. I feel like I should be able to duck. That would be helpful, but... I do have a little... Oof, alright. Yeah, so I see that. I see it charging, but then I don't know the exact timing when it's gonna come out, without being more familiar with the boss. When it does come out, it's very fast, so I didn't have time to react to it. And yeah, the boss would be like way easier if I could just spawn like right in front of it or something, rather than having to go through this whole thing every single time. Which is, you know, it's not to say that that's absolutely the way to do it, but you know, obviously it would be more forgiving and everything, but just, you know, keep in mind if you're going to have a boss that you have to, I guess, sort of memorize a lot of his movements before you can succeed at him, then you kind of hope at least the path leading up to him would be something you wouldn't mind doing over and over again, you know, that kind of thing. Alright. Okay, so apparently, I want to pause so that this guy doesn't kill me. Apparently if you press the slide button before your attack animation ends, it just kind of eats the input. You might want to like buffer that or something, buffer the input so that that comes out. Even if you press the buttons a little too fast or something, it could be a bit frustrating. Alright. 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 Oof. So that was annoying. Oh, okay. I don't know what happened the second part I was talking. But yeah, it's a little annoying how I just ran into him with the dodge. Alright, so he's gone. Oof, okay, that was a little close. This guy hit me. Even though I spammed the attack as fast as I could. Apparently it wasn't quite early enough on it. Alright, so I can't see what's below me. So, I mean, obviously I don't have any other options. So it's like, you have to go down here, but it doesn't really, you know, it just kind of looks like a pit. It could just be falling to your death or something. Might want to do some camera work or something to make it so you can see where you're going to drop down to. Please tell me that, okay. Oof, what's going on? Alright, it's hard to get up high enough. How do I get up higher? Okay, I have to jump a little later. Alright, that's a little wonky. I mean, it was my fault and... Okay. You don't stay sticking to the walls. It was my fault in the execution, but it was a little weird feeling, I guess. Oh, I don't have any shurikens. Okay. Alright, so I was mashing the shuriken button and like nothing came out, so I hit the other button. Because it was like, why is nothing happening? Apparently I didn't keep the shurikens from the last playthrough, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I have to do it at the end. Okay, I can't jump out of the slide, so I have to time the slide. Alright, so there's all this stuff that I kind of have to learn after dying over and over again, you know, like how I'm supposed to do it, instead of being able to react to things. In my opinion, that's kind of something that's unfortunate in a game when you can't succeed at it the first time reasonably, you know? I really like the idea of action games where you can kind of develop skills before you go into a situation, and then once you're in the situation you can, you have like a really good chance of succeeding at it with like skill and effort, you know, without this kind of funky stuff that you just wouldn't reasonably be able to like predict beforehand how to approach the situation, and you know, you end up just dying or whatever. Okay. That's silly. Okay. Got shurikens. Oof. Okay. All of a sudden, two things at once. Ah, shoot. Not enough time. I guess we go like this. What is going on? That works. Oh, what? No, I didn't touch him. That was lame. What the heck was I supposed to do? Alright, I can't attack him fast enough like that. Really, I think I can if I do it early enough, but again, it's one of those things where there's just these little margins of timing that are a little bit finicky, but end up being the difference between getting hurt and not getting hurt, which is a big deal in this kind of game. Be a little frustrating. I prefer things to be a little more forgiving in those regards, where if it feels like you can get away with it, then you probably should be able to, you know. Doesn't mean it should be easy, but you want it to feel good, I guess. So we're gonna... This guy didn't die again when he was supposed to. Oh shoot, I don't have enough speed to do that kind of thing. Oh gosh, this isn't working. I thought... First I thought I could dodge the thing, and then I thought he only took 2 hits, and then I got hit again. Because apparently it takes 3. So I guess it takes 3 hits like this, but only 2 shurikens. It's a little inconsistent in that regard. So, oof. Alright, I'm already dead. Alright, that works. Why is he only shooting 2 at once? I'm so confused. Oh, what the heck is this? Come on. Alright, that was some dirty... He was playing dirty there with those shots. I don't know what that was. Alright, that works. So like... Oh, that's the wrong button. What the heck? Last time I didn't even jump over him. I just... Apparently I hit him. Just ran into him and died. Very weird situation there. I don't really get the idea with that. The place where I last died, because you couldn't even see like the dogs before you jumped in there, and it wasn't very reasonable, I think, to react to that, especially when so you had one enemy that was visible on the screen, and then you like jump over him or whatever, and in your mind you're thinking about how to deal with that one enemy, but then these other enemies appear, and as it turns out, based on the design of the game, the correct decision in that regard would be to deal with the enemies that you couldn't see off the screen first, because you can like dodge under them and avoid taking damage that way. But there's no way to know that without, you know, the pre-knowledge of that situation. So the game kind of tricks you into thinking, you know, oh, you have to deal with this one enemy because you're about to land in front of him, but in fact you should deal with the enemies that aren't on the screen yet, apparently. It's very misleading. Oh gosh, wasn't sure if I timed that right. Oh, okay, I like how it hits more than one enemy. That feels good. Seems a little particular on really getting to the edges of these wall running things, or it seems like you're probably gonna fall. I don't know if that's necessary, but oh my gosh, this is the freaking Metal Gear Solid Ninja. Oops. Oh my, what the heck was that? Wait, what do I do here? Is he... So, of course he's gonna murder me, but like, what the heck? How far back is it gonna take me? Oh no, okay, that's nice. Wait, I don't have any shurikens again. Oh, that's really annoying how they disappear. Okay. Wow, that's really fast. Okay, I can't reasonably jump over that. That's very fast to react to, but I guess if I know it's coming... I don't know his movements yet, so I can't really reasonably react to them, but if I memorize them, you know, over enough period of time, I'll probably be able to do better at this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I don't feel well equipped for this. Like, my movement options are actually very limited in this game. All I can do is run and jump, and I have the slide and I have the wall jump sometimes, but the way this guy is moving is very dynamic and very, not only very fast, but in angles that are very difficult for me to deal with my current movement options. Like, just like running and jumping, it doesn't do much for me in terms of avoiding stuff a lot of the time. Honestly, I didn't mention this before, but the inertia hasn't really been a problem before, but if you're gonna have enemies that are this fast and dynamic, I think I'd prefer to even just get rid of the inertia and go full Mega Man, where you just you instantly hit your top speed in either direction. I think that would feel a lot more responsive. I mean, not a lot more. It's not bad in this game or anything, but might as well if you can have bosses like this. You know, what do you do about that attack? As soon as you're in range, he just like insta hits you. Alright, that seems to work. But my jump up there did not. I don't know this guy. Oof. I don't know where he's gonna go. And yeah, so there's little differences in like when I try and move, there's the inertia, so like I have a little bit of time before I can get my speed up, so it's like things like that. And like when I press things like the attack buttons, even the slide, I believe there's like a tiny delay before it actually happens. It doesn't really look like it, I guess, but maybe it's something to do with, you know, input latency or something that I'm noticing. But when you have these teeny tiny little delays in your movements, when you're facing an enemy like this who just kind of moves everywhere with like instant speed, it kind of feels a little unjust in some kind of sense, where like if this guy can just like fly around so fast, it's frustrating when you can't accelerate your own movement as quickly, you know. Anyways, let's actually try again here. Let's see, I don't understand that. Why doesn't that work? Okay, my attack was eaten there because I landed at the wrong time. How do I dodge that? Okay. So oh gosh. See, I don't have that much air control either, like, especially when I jump off of things. Like, obviously I don't have the Mega Man level of control when I'm doing wall jumps and stuff, so my options are kind of, I didn't know that guy was going to do that. Let me just die to this guy again so I can try again. It's hard for me not to keep talking while I'm doing the playtesting, just because that's what I'm used to, and to try and focus more, you know. It's easier for me to focus while I'm not recording, and that does make a difference in actually playing well. Sometimes with some of these playtests, it ends up being pretty significant. But anyways, let's try this again. Okay. Okay. Yeah, see, it doesn't really move fast enough to reasonably dodge here. I did press jump, but too late. Okay, apparently. All right, so you can't attack while you're sliding on the wall either, so that can kind of eat your attack inputs also. That's a little bit frustrating in my opinion. Let's see, I don't know how to jump over that with the wall jumping, the way it works. Oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, see, I don't know what the deal is with that part, because the angle he's coming down here, like, can't jump over him, and I can't jump up here because it was like he was just too high, so I couldn't jump over him this way. You know, sometimes these things happen, and it's like you don't actually have very reasonable options at all to avoid them, and that's frustrating. Like if I tried to go this way and do a slide under him, it might have worked, but then like he was gonna launch this way really fast. I don't know if that would have, you know, I don't know. I just gotta keep trying. I don't like it when they jump that far and you run out of space to avoid them. What was? Hold on. What was that? What was that by design? I mean, he's done that on the ground a few times, but that was just ridiculous. He just like instant teleported, what do you call that? Teleport slashed me. That was kind of ridiculous. All right, let's try again. Oh no. Forgot to use the dodge there. I don't like that. Okay, that drives me crazy because all right, he's over here. I want to put lots of space between me and him so that when he acts, he move out of the way. Then he jumps towards me, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna run this way to avoid him, and then he just like jumps, you know, all the way over here, right where I'm going to try to like run away from him and get away from him, and I can't keep going this way any further because there's a wall. Something about this just really drives me crazy, and I don't know. It's hard for me to say that it's like a bad design choice necessarily, because in theory I could, instead of running this way, I could turn around and run this way. I don't know if I'm just not reacting, you know, mentally putting that together fast enough that he's gonna, when he jumps this way, that he's gonna go all the way over here, and I should turn around. Something about that's really hard for my brain to do, so it's pretty frustrating. You can hit him a lot of times though. Oof, I don't like the teleport slash thing. I tried to jump and hit him, but it didn't work well. Wait, why didn't... Okay, sometimes you do the wall jump and it just jumps straight up instead of going this way. So I don't know what's causing that, but that wasn't me. Yeah, I don't... No! I don't like the teleport attack thing. It's, it's very hard to see it and recognize what's going to happen before it happens when he does the teleport attack. It just doesn't read that well. Oh gosh, I can't... Okay, so again, I tried to do the slide and then do the slide again quickly, but I pressed the button the second time too early, so it ate the input. It would be really nice to have a little bit of input buffers here and there for that kind of thing. Because you gotta play this pretty fast. Sorry if this is painful to watch. It feels like he's beatable. It's just, it's like every time I try, there's just some little thing here and there and over there that ends up going wrong for me. I don't feel confident. He accelerates with instantaneous speed, so it's hard to feel confident to just run up to him, because the moment he takes off, you don't react to him, you know. So it's hard to be confident about the timing, like when is he gonna do it and that kind of thing. Oh my gosh. And the slide, I don't like it. Sometimes I hit the slide and it's like, it looks like I should be able to dodge the attack, but it doesn't. The slide doesn't move fast enough to. I guess that kind of was an example. But not as bad as the other times, I guess. But I don't know, as soon as I get hit like twice, I just feel like I have to start over again, you know? Yeah. I can't. Alright, yeah, see, I don't... I'm sorry I keep stopping, but it's like... There's a moment ago there where it felt like I should be able to like jump over him and then turn around and slap him with the attack really fast, but it's just a matter of my movements not actually being responsive and fastive. I'm sorry, I'm a little tired. It's like 2 in the morning. It's just a matter of my own movements not being responsive and fast enough to actually do these kind of maneuvers. So it's pretty frustrating because it's like it's just so close to being able to do these things, but then it just doesn't quite work the way you hope that you can do it, you know. And in my opinion, it's kind of unfortunate when you feel that kind of disconnect from an action game like this, where you know you feel like you should be able to do these movements, but your character just doesn't quite have the speed and responsiveness to do it. Oof, yeah, that was more a matter of the collision, I think, right there. When he just hit me. It didn't look like it should have hit me. So I would take a very careful look at the colliders. I didn't know what he was doing. The fact that I keep stopping doesn't help with like remembering what his moves do and stuff. I did not mean to dash in that direction. He's going up there. Okay, I tried to hit him, but he went further than I thought. What does he do after this? He jumps. I don't think that's gonna work, yeah. Guess I could have hit him more times. Something weird with the inertia there, and by the time the attack actually came out, I managed to run into him. I don't really understand why. That was weird. Wow, he jumped twice really quick. Okay. Sometimes I'm hitting that attack button and it takes a few too many frames for it to come out. It doesn't feel good. Oh my god, I'm not a fan of that. That doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. Oh gosh. Oh no, I was going in that direction. I can't like stop the slide or anything and change directions. Ah, no, I didn't think it was gonna hit me. Not a fan of the colliders at this point. I wonder how many hits it takes. So there are these moments you can hit them quite a bit, so I don't know if that's like... Definitely seems like a bad idea to to like only hit him once actually, because the fact that he moves so fast makes me think I should like run up and hit him and then run away and that kind of thing, but given how hard it is to consistently avoid damage, it seems like I should be trying to spam as much hits as I can here. Oh no, I wasn't in range. Oof. Oof. This isn't going well. No, I can't do anything. Okay, so once I jump off the wall, I don't really have any options. Like I don't have enough air movement to like go either direction fast enough or anything else, so might be nice to, even if you just have some other kind of move you can do in the air or something, some other element of mobility you can utilize for this kind of thing. And I can't time that to land in front of him as I tried to do just then. It didn't work. That was the unbeatable angle or something for that attack. I don't know why I just ran up to him. No. Okay, so he hurts you when he flies up in the air like that. Why are you jumping around? Gosh. Okay. Alright, try again. I think I'm probably too tired to do this right now, to be perfectly honest. Between the recording and the time of night, how mentally demanding this is. What the heck? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What do I do in that situation? Oh my gosh. Okay, I kind of fell off the wall. I did try to jump off the wall. I probably would have gotten hit either way, but I don't like how he hits you when he jumps up, like consistently. I think probably if you adjusted the collision on the player character anyways, it would probably prevent that from happening so much, but I don't know. I'm just gonna die if I run into him. See, I can't even do the beginning hit right. So yeah, I'm obviously very tired, and it doesn't look like I'm getting anywhere with this. So I should probably stop trying and wrap up this video. But it's a little annoying to like not be able to beat something like this, you know. That doesn't look like it should hit me. I thought he was going to cling to the wall. Okay. And yeah, see, I mean, I'm going to start repeating myself here, but with the wall jump, I don't have enough control over my movement after I wall jump like that to actually avoid getting hit by him, even though that's kind of my only option, it seems, when he does that attack. So I think there's a lot of situations here that just aren't reasonable to avoid, and I think, like I've already said, it mostly just comes down to the player movement not being robust enough. So I would definitely like to see a little bit more power given to the player in terms of movement, more control when you're wall jumping, like I was talking about a while back. I would suggest just getting rid of the inertia entirely for your horizontal movement, so you get nice and responsive left and right, that kind of thing. The speed of everything should be probably nice and instantaneous. Particularly the slide feels like it might be a little too slow or something for this kind of, you know, the way these enemies are. Maybe you can make it a little faster velocity at the start and then slow down a bit or something. I don't know. And the other thing, of course, being the collision on the player character feels way too unforgiving. It feels too big, in my opinion. So I think changing that would make a big difference, because there's a lot of times you're getting hit where you probably shouldn't be, and that's just, it doesn't make the player feel like it's their fault, so that's not great. So I think those things, addressing those things would, empower the player a lot more to be able to do a lot more of these like really, really fast and precise movements that it doesn't quite feel like you can do right now, at least in my experience so far with the game. I'm actually not sure if this is borderless windowed mode or exclusive full screen. I think it might be borderless windowed in as opposed to what I said earlier. So it might be nice to have an exclusive full screen mode if that's the case. And I say that because you actually get less input lag in that mode. So that can be significant in a game like this also, if you can have ultra ninja dudes like this. In terms of the overall design, this guy's pretty cool. His movements are cool. And it is very Mega Man-esque, but Mega Man X has, faster and more precise movement and more control over your movement in the air and when you're doing the wall jumps and things like that. So, it's sort of like I can't help but think about that game and how it just affords you more control than this one does currently. And so I definitely feel like this guy's a little bit beyond the reasonable limits of my character here. But also maybe he might be possible, very possible to beat and everything, and I just wasn't able to, obviously. It's likely. I don't usually play super well when I'm playtesting, just because it takes so much of my focus away from the actual play, like I would if I was playing casually. But overall, I like the moveset and some of the ideas. I like the wall running concept. It's a little. I would personally make the wall running a little more forgiving in terms of the timing. So like if you jump a little too early or something, you're not just going to fall to your death. I don't think that is something that feels good necessarily, but that's a very subtle thing, that's a very little thing that overall the game feels like so far it's very simple, but like this kind of game doesn't need too much to feel like a real game, so I think it's really feels kind of fleshed out in that regard. It's just a matter of polish of various things that I think aren't even difficult to do necessarily. That'll make this feel a lot better. And the art, the sprite work and everything is pretty cool so far. Obviously there's some placeholder junk, but yeah, stuff like the attack animations and stuff are nice and snappy. That's really good to see. So hopefully this was a reasonable enough play test, and it gives you some information you can work with. And yeah, I'm interested to see where you go with this. It's a pretty cool game, and it's it's pretty fun. I wouldn't just keep playing it for so long if I didn't feel like I wanted to keep going with it, so you can take that for what it's worth. But yeah, hopefully you found it useful. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next video.